I mean, you can't give up that job.
Right.
And by the time I was making 25, my father goes, well, you just hit the jackpot. You're not gonna make no more money than that. That's just it. So I was torn between what the world was saying to me and what I felt to be the truth for myself.
Oprah Winfrey's story is one of overcoming hardship to achieve immense success as a media mogul, talk show host, and philanthropist, beginning with a challenging childhood in rural Mississippi marked by poverty and abuse. Her early talent for public speaking helped her to win a scholarship to college and began her broadcasting career, eventually hosting The Oprah Winfrey Show, which became a cultural phenomenon. She later founded Harpo Productions and the Oprah Winfrey Network, OWN, expanding her media empire. Oprah Gail Winfrey was born on January 29, 1954. Her birth name, Orpah, as indicated by her birth certificate, was taken from a biblical figure in the Book of Ruth, but it was often mispronounced, and the name Oprah eventually became permanent. She was born in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, to teenage mother Vernita Lee and father Vernon Winfrey, who were never married. Vernita Lee, 1935 to 2018, worked as a housemaid, while Vernon Winfrey, 1933 to 2022, was a coal miner who later became a barber and city councilman. At the time of Oprah's birth, he was serving in the armed forces. A 2006 genetic test revealed that her maternal ancestry traces back to the Pele ethnic group in the region now known as Liberia. The test also showed her genetic composition to be 89% Sub-Saharan African, 8% Native American, and 3% East Asian. After Oprah Winfrey was born, her mother moved north, and Oprah spent her first 6 years in rural poverty under the care of her grandmother, Hattie Mae Presley Lee, 1900 to 1963. Life with her grandmother was harsh. Oprah often wore dresses sewn from potato sacks, which made her a target of ridicule from other children. She nurtured Oprah's mind, teaching her to read before the age of 3 and taking her to church, where the young girl was nicknamed the Preacher for her remarkable ability to recite Bible verses with passion. Her unique and inimitable manner would make people in church stand in awe. Oprah would later describe her grandmother as her first role model, crediting her strength and mindset to the lessons instilled during those early years. Inspired by those beginnings, Oprah dreamed of becoming a missionary or preacher. Later, in 4th grade, her teacher, Mrs. Duncan, encouraged her to pursue teaching. Even in kindergarten, Oprah's ambition shone through. She wrote a note to her teacher asking to skip directly to 1st grade. The teacher, impressed, agreed. After completing 1st grade, she was promoted straight to the 3rd. At 6 years old, Oprah Winfrey moved with her family to an inner-city neighborhood in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Her mother, who worked long hours as a maid, had little time to spend with her. During this period, Oprah's half-sister Patricia was born. By 1962, finding it difficult to care for both daughters, Oprah's mother sent her to live temporarily with her father Vernon in Nashville, Tennessee. While Oprah was away, her mother had another daughter who, because of financial challenges, was placed for adoption. She was also named Patricia, and Oprah did not learn of her until 2010. When Oprah returned to live with her mother, she also welcomed a new sibling, her half-brother Jeffrey. At the age of 8, Oprah was baptized in a Baptist church, an early experience that would shape her spiritual outlook. Oprah Winfrey has spoken openly about the hardships of her childhood. At 9 years old, she endured painful experiences within her family circle, something she first revealed publicly in a 1986 episode of her talk show on difficult childhood traumas. When she later confided in relatives as a young adult, her claims were largely brushed aside. Reflecting back, she admitted that part of her choice not to have children came from feeling that she had not received the nurturing she needed herself. At 13, overwhelmed by the challenges at home, she ran away. A year later, she faced another heartbreaking chapter when she lost her newborn son shortly after his premature birth. In 1990, Winfrey shared her deep sense of betrayal when a relative disclosed this private story to the press. Oprah Winfrey first attended Lincoln Middle and High School in Milwaukee, But after excelling in the Upward Bound program, she was transferred to the affluent Nicollet High School in the suburbs. There, she said she was continually reminded of her poverty, especially on the bus rides with other African American students, many of whom worked as servants for her classmates' wealthy families. Struggling to fit in, Oprah began rebelling and even stole money from her mother to keep pace with her peers' lavish lifestyles. Eventually, her mother sent her back to live with her father in Nashville, this time permanently. Vernon, though strict, was deeply supportive and placed great importance on her education. He required her to read books aloud to him each night, a discipline that ultimately fostered her lifelong love of reading. At East Nashville High School, Oprah Winfrey excelled as an honor student, was voted most popular girl, and became a member of the school's speech team, eventually placing second in the nation for dramatic interpretation. Reflecting on this period, she later said in 1986, "When my father took me, it changed the course of my life. He saved me. He simply knew what he wanted and expected. He would take nothing less." As a teenager, Winfrey's first job was at a local grocery store. At 17, she won the Miss Black Tennessee beauty pageant, which brought her further recognition. Around the same time, she caught the attention of WVOL, a local black radio station, which hired her part-time to read the news. She continued working there through her senior year of high school and into her first 2 years of college. Winning an oratory contest earned her a full scholarship to Tennessee State University, a historically black college, where she studied communications. However, she did not complete her final paper until 1987, by which point she was already a well-known television personality. It was only then Winfrey earned her degree. Winfrey's career in media would not have surprised her grandmother, who once said that ever since Winfrey could talk, she was on stage. As a child, she played games interviewing her corncob doll and the crows on the fence of her family's property. Winfrey later acknowledged her grandmother's influence, saying it was Hattie Mae who had encouraged her to speak in public and quoted, "She gave me a positive sense of myself." Oprah herself is fond of quoting Martin Luther King in getting to the heart of that greatness that is within our reach. In her speech, Oprah Winfrey told the graduating class at Stanford University in 2008 that
Preparation, meeting the moment of opportunity.
not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great because greatness is determined by service. In her own words, she added that to be great, you only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. When you do good, Oprah told the students, I hope you strive for more than just the good feeling that service provides, because I know this for sure, that doing good actually makes you better. So whatever field you choose, if you operate from the paradigm of service, I know your life will have more value and you will be happy.
The people who worked with me in news, they would have their tapes and they'd have their stories and they'd have, resumes ready. I didn't have any of that because I knew that the time would come where what I needed would show up for me. And when that showed up, I was ready. Because my definition of luck is preparation, meeting the moment of opportunity.